Hey guys, how you doing? Here we are at Helios Brewing. This is my old hunting grounds. I know this place well. We're going to chat to Amberlyn and Ben about Amber Hour. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was only thinking before, actually, this was where I first met you.
It is
First
actually.
time. Yeah. You came here and you just happened to turn up, and then I'd rolled in after leaving my other job, and then we just had beers.
Yeah.
And got talking about...
That's when you had the chocolate chili beer.
That's right. Yeah.
Still obsessed with that.
Great beer. Yeah, thanks to Helios.
Yes, thank you, Helios.
Yeah, for hosting us again, and Jake for making good beers. Amber Hour. So we chatted to you when it was Craft Tapped Australia. It was like been a whole year, and was it a year? And then you flipped it. Like
Yeah. We did that for about a year, and then rebranded to Amber Hour, which we launched probably January, early this year.
Yeah. So what was the impetus for that? What was the reason for changing? And is it just because you're Amberlyn and you're like...
So as we ran Craft Tapped for a while, we started to learn what we really needed for this business to be successful and what the industry really needs and stuff like that. And we just didn't really have the ability to grow that platform and make the changes to it that we needed to. And
because you were buying the license, right? From did you...
Yeah,
to use it over here.
A big part of that was the tech was run over in the US, and so there was limitations there with how we could grow and all these features and ideas that we had to grow the app and add, what we thought was our ability to contribute to the industry. So. Yeah, thus the rebrand, and it also came with it a bunch of lessons that we learned around marketing and sales, and there was a whole bunch of stuff in that 12-month period that
grow by fire.
Yeah, it sort of felt like we new brand, new team. We brought on a couple of partners in Luke and Aaron who do our web design, web development with us locally on the sunny coast. So that's a really positive change, and we sort of felt with the new team, let's sort of start fresh, but take a lot of the lessons we learned and a lot of the connections we made, and everything Amberlyn did with Craft Tapped, and a lot of that came across into Amber Hour.
Yeah, you guys, because you guys were based up in Cairns, and now you're at the sunny coast. Have you found that moving down, especially to one of Australia's biggest craft hubs as well, has made it easier?
Oh yeah, it's definitely it definitely has.
A lot less travel probably for a lot of things, but
that's true. I was doing so much travel in and out of Cairns, and Cairns is growing. It's craft scene. They've got a decent amount going on, but being down in southeast Queensland has really helped us to grow things and continue to learn and just be involved in events as well. So we got to be involved in one of the IBA mashups that came to the sunny coast, and which it would have been pretty hard for us to do that if we were still living up in Cairns. Make those things a priority. So
when we first chatted, you guys were just in New South Wales, I think, and you were launching into Queensland. That's what we talked about. As we were talking and we had the interview going out, was when you were pretty much launching into Queensland. Where is Amberlyn? Where is Amber Hour rolled out to now? Do you ever get that? It's not Ben Hour.
Well, yeah. It's like she actually hates. She doesn't. Everyone associates Amberlyn with Amber Hour.
But it's Amber beer, right?
I don't hate it. It does cause some confusion. It's not named after me. But I'm learning to own it and just pretend it is.
I reckon you should. 100%.
But to answer your question, we launched in Sydney. That's where we were living at the time, the birth of Craft Tapped, and then went up to Cairns, and sort of made sense given the scene in Queensland, Sunshine Coast or Southeast Queensland, that we launched in Queensland next. But we're now in Victoria, Tasmania, over in WA as well, and most recently in Adelaide. So we're ticking all the big cities, and then just trying to close the gaps between them. So venues in places like Newcastle, Wollongong, so either side of Sydney, Goldie, sunny coast, obviously out of Brizzy, and so just trying to expand to the more regional areas. We've got a few up in Cairns, far north.
Yeah, because it's not just beers, like breweries in little spots, pockets, like they're spread out, eh?
Yeah. And another change with Amber Hours, we have been welcoming distilleries on board as well. So that was part of our rebrand. Was Craft Tapped was very beer focused, and because that's how we started. But it didn't suit the distilleries that well. So we really focused on making our branding more welcoming to the distilleries, and we've got some cideries as well. And then with the goal of starting to tap into like craft drink venues who feature local breweries and whatnot on tap.
Yeah, that's cool. What's how are you finding that expansion going, as opposed to trying to add new features in that everyone wants, or that just one little pocket wants, and that it's not going to work for, if the Sunshine Coast says, oh, we want this feature to be great for all of us. That doesn't really work for everywhere. How does that work?
Yeah, there's the tech side of it. Obviously developing the app, and a priority was getting it just reliable, and the core function working really well, which it does now. Being able to go in and redeem your complimentary drink or your buy one get one at any of our partner venues. So that's a really solid, the core of the app. We've got that down pat, and then there's a whole bunch of features we want to add over time, including some feedback from different venues, but. The travel part of it is Amberlyn going in face to face into all these venues, so that takes up a considerable amount of the year, a lot of weeks on the road.
I did a lot of travel.
You've probably been to more breweries than anyone in Australia.
Honestly, I probably have been. I probably have been. We just took a lot of, like you said, feedback from different people, and just working on kind of developing features that we can add into the platform, and as we can with the limited team that we have. And
it's a bit of a consolidation of feedback from the members and our crafters or partner venues. So we're recording all of that, and as we grow, trying to prioritise what goes in and how we can best service both the venues and the members as well. Just trying to strike a bit of a balance, and it's a tricky one. But
because that's it. It's not just the breweries. Like, you've got all these people who pay to use your app to go to the breweries as well. So it's that you don't want to piss them.
Yeah, and that's what I find is sometimes to balance the workload, I need to focus on the venues for a little while, and then it's time to turn our attention to the member side, and obviously doing both in the meantime, but trying to grow one side and then the other side, and make sure that it is something awesome for everyone. But when we told people we were rebranding to Amber Hour, and just going offline for a little bit, and then we were going to launch a new app, pretty much everyone was really cool about it, but I had several emails from people saying, oh, but I really like the last app. But don't just assume the new one's going to be worse, Like we're
going to try hard.
Like, I understand you like it, but like this is going to be better. So it was cool. It was really cool feedback, though, that people were really excited about it, and wanted to make sure that it was going to stay like an awesome platform that they were really enjoying using and stuff. So,
what when you brought out the new app, like apart from new skin and all of that stuff, and it being specific, like it was native, wasn't it? It was a native app for Android and Apple. When that came out, like, were there any specific features that were added then and there that were better than Craft App, or that were not in Craft App that you added, or was it just for the moment we're just going to get back to the base of where we were?
One main one that we added was a two-hour time delay between redemptions. So someone redeems a drink credit and they have to wait 2 hours before they can use another one, so that gets people to relax and enjoy the venue that they're at, rather than try to hop to the next one. And we found that to be super effective. So that was a main one to launch with.
We've also got a lot of little stuff. We have a featured venue in the app. So on the homepage, there'll be a featured venue in your region, that sort of extra advertising or marketing for any of our crafters. So there's a bunch of little stuff in the app. It's just a nice, cleaner flow. You've got your drink history, can show you where you've been, on what dates.
Shows off the venues way better as well. It's a much more...
The profiles,
beautiful profile where you can scroll through photos of the venue and see their social media, and like having a caption and a longer about section, and kind of however they want to shape it. But it's and includes the logo and everything, so it just does a much better job of capturing the brand.
Yep. Have you got a like what's the next big feature, or it doesn't always have to be a big one, right? It can just be something that everyone just keeps asking about that's not even a big
We've got
one.
We've got a lot on the list.
Yeah, probably the big one we're excited about at the moment, it's a bit of a pivot. We're actually going to include all craft venues around Australia. So regardless of whether they've partnered with us or not, our goal is to be the most comprehensive, Australia's most comprehensive craft drink database. Yeah, essentially, we're in the process at the moment. Amberlyn's doing a whole bunch of really hard work with our web developer to put that together. And hopefully soon we'll have every venue on the map. So every brewery, distillery, craft drink venue is a bit tricky, but we're working through that list as well. And the goal to add wineries as well, so you can see absolutely all the venues. And then you'll be able to identify, different pin colour, which ones are crafters that you can go in and redeem your drink credits. That's a big one that we're about to incorporate. And
our goal is
that's
to
not a small job at all.
Yeah, we really want to be doing our part to support the industry as a whole, rather than obviously our priority is to our partner venues.
You still got
but
to make a business too.
We want to promote the industry as a whole. So making it so that people can use it to find any craft drink venue in their area, and then the ones we're partnered with have the beautiful profile, and that's where people can use their drink credits.
Yeah.
But the members as well. So, for a member, you may not be in a position to be paying for the membership, but you can still use the app, and you can still see everything on a map or what's closest to you in the list view. So you still get you can still use the app for free and find and discover all these incredible venues all around Australia. Yeah. So we're sort of trying to service more people.
If people
and
keep
more
going
venues.
into a brewery going, do you accept this?
Exactly.
And the
right.
brewery doesn't know, man, we need to...
That would be handy, right?
Yeah, so that's the big project at the moment. And get more people using the app, whether they're paying or not, and more venues getting the benefit of people discovering their venue from the users. So
nice. Yeah. Can I throw a couple of curly questions at you?
Go for it.
Sure.
Sweet. Are you guys members, like associate members of the IBA?
Yes.
Yeah. What does that entail for you? Like, is it just being part of the industry, or like what benefits do you get, or do they get a benefit because you're doing so much work? And
so we are making an effort to get as involved in the industry as possible, but we use the IBA seal in our venue partners, which we call crafters, in the crafter profiles. So Helios, an IBA member, they've got the IBA seal right there in their profile. And then at some point, we're going to build in filters, so people who care to go specifically to breweries that are IBA members will be able to filter by that.
Cool.
But initially, it's a lot about education for us.
Yeah.
So, we went to the mashup, we read the newsletters, we, getting involved with all the different venues that are in the IBA and just learning as much as we possibly can. A lot of the networking stuff for us has been super valuable. Hearing the struggles of some of the venues, the highs, the lows, and then that tailors what we can do to support. So, like Amberlyn said, we just want to be involved as much as possible. We did a lot of events throughout the year, trying to just meet people, learn, and embed ourselves. Because we are a little bit different. We're not a venue. We're not, selling beer, but we feel like we've got something to contribute, and we're just keen to be involved. So,
the Untapped app, you guys would know Untapped. Is there any plans to roll some of those sort of things in to Amber Hour and have it like sort of thing so that businesses can add all their beers in and have like these massive lists and styles, and like, because Untapped goes up the wazoo, you can add like a heap of stuff, right? And it's, again, that's data implementation, which comes with its own issues. Like, you got to host all that data, and how does that all work as well?
Yeah, we do have plans to build like a crafter portal, where first of all they'll be able to update their own information, because currently if they want to make changes to the profile, they send it through to me, which is, I'm happy to do that anytime. It's really easy. But
the more venues you get.
So they'll be able to kind of make those updates themselves, but we do want to build in like a tap list or spirits list, where if they want to use that function, and keep their tap list updated, that they'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
They can also, select, we're pet friendly, we're kid friendly, we're, wheelchair access, all these sort of little features that do make a difference to the user.
Yeah.
So, their long-term goals, that portal is a big chunk of work. Just ask our web guys. So look, it's definitely a long-term goal. But we're at the same time, we're really conscious of not taking on so much that we start to get out of date. And I know that's one of the critiques of Untapped is that, they're so large, there's so much information in there. They've got a heavy reliance on the venues to update their lists that sometimes it does get out of date and causes some issues. So we're conscious of that. We've got to find the balance. But I'll be lying if you said we hadn't spent some time on Untapped and looking through what they do. So it's a huge platform and a lot of businesses have got some good stuff out of there. So we're taking some lessons.
Focus isn't to build in beer reviews specifically. We'll leave that to Untapped, but we do want to add a feature that we're calling a guest book, where it's not even venue reviews. It's more like a love wall, come in and, I had an awesome time at Helios.
You bring back the Facebook wall.
Tried this beer, it was amazing. Thanks so much for having us, whatever. Post a photo. That's the type of thing that we want to do, positive things that are, kind of acting as live testimonials to get people into that venue.
One thing that we've changed recently is we are adding in a buy one, get one. We have added in a buy one, get one option for the drink credit, which is something that a lot of venues have expressed interest in, so that they're going to be guaranteed that sale of the second beer when a member comes in. So that's something we're really going to kind of go at after the holidays here specifically.
Is that like a default thing, or venues can specifically say that's what it is?
Venues choose. So it's two options, either the one complimentary drink to pull people in, or a buy one, get one complimentary drink.
That's a pretty big shift, hey?
Yep. So kind of had to do some research there, talk to some people, and decided to give it a shot. Either the one complimentary drink from core range, or buy one, get one, which is more from your full range, but obviously the brewery can make exclusions at their discretion. We know some beers are super limited edition, and so that's something that we know is going to help us, because a lot of venues have expressed interest in joining with that type of guarantee that they're gonna get the sale.
Where do you see yourselves in 5 years?
Look, we've talked a lot about ambition to expand into New Zealand. That's sort of the logical first overseas jump.
Good beer, not far away. Closer than WA.
People keep in mind that as they travel around Australia or from New Zealand, just it's an automatic, let me see what venues are here. So we want to fill in a lot of those, like we talked about earlier, fill in those gaps. There's so many amazing breweries and distilleries regionally that we haven't even touched on yet, and craft drink venues and stuff like that. So really fill out the map. It's starting to get there. It looks awesome, but really kind of...
we've got some consolidation in Australia to do. Our goal sort of hit that 10,000 member mark, and we're close to a quarter of the way there. We've got over 150 venues now across all the different states. Like AB said, just continue to grow that. Wineries is on the cards to include them. That's a huge piece, as you know. There's a massive... there's hundreds of, if not thousands of wineries in Australia. That's a huge scene. So there's a lot of work to do there. We guess just got to find the balance between growing too quickly and making sure that you get things right at the base. But New Zealand's probably the first big jump, and I think in 5 years that would be a huge win for us if we could get to NZ in that time frame.
And a positive too, because it was Craft Tapped Australia, you don't have to worry about that now.
Exactly right.
Anyway.
And then just also build it, we have a long list and growing list of just different features that we come up with on the go, or that we, as we learn more, that we're like, okay, we need this, or this would be really handy for a venue. So just to be able to really actually
bring all of that to life and have it be a really useful tool for venues to attract extra people.
Is there anything before we finish up that I haven't asked that you want to share, or that I've skipped over that you think, oh shit?
I think just to recap how it works for our crafter venues, there's no fees to be involved.
Yep.
The venue's cost is that one drink per member who comes in.
Yep.
And then obviously there's some T's and C's around that.
Yeah.
But we just like to reiterate that there's no fees, there's no lock-in contracts. So if a brewery wants to give it a try, they're not, if it's not working out for them, okay. Like we just got to turn it off on our end, and that's easy for us to do. So, I think people sometimes I've had comments where people assume we're going to pull out some hidden fees. Yeah. That's why I like to touch on that. I'm like, no, seriously, there's not. Like it's really as simple as that. There's no hidden fees. You don't need any new systems or anything. All you got to do is tell your bar staff. Yeah. And it's simple as that.
Amberlyn sets it all up. We send out a package with all the information, a little magnets so your staff know. We make it as easy as possible. Free memberships for all the staff and everything. Yeah. But for me, I just want to thank you guys. You guys have supported us over the journey, way back in early episodes. Joel's done some work for us as well with doing shoots, and yourself, Adzi, being a close friend for many a beer over the journey.
Yeah, we're so grateful.
Yeah.
It's made such a difference.
It's been fun. It's been good.
And you in the very beginning, just trying to step a foot into the industry, you were just so welcoming. You're like, hello, welcome
Have a beer, an excuse for a beer, right?
Yeah.
But it's good. I'm the same as you guys. I love the industry, and you just want to see it grow in any way that you can. And we don't claim to be the world's best podcasters, but we're trying.
Yeah. Look out, Joe Rogan.
I think it is.
That's what it's like, right? It's, as you said, it's the love of beer, and you just want to grow the industry and just help be involved. So you're welcome, and thank you guys.
Yeah.
Too easy. Thanks for having us on, mate.
No worries.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Time for a second.
Cheers.